So I'm Charlene of Disembark Travel, and this is a series of videos for the new cruiser. So in today's video, we want to talk about disembarking, getting off the ship. So you will have filled out your time that your flight is out, if you're flying out, and they will the cruise line will try really hard to get you out in plenty of time to make your flight. But you do want to be mindful and definitely check with your travel agent before, if you're scheduling your own flight, make sure that you've allotted yourself enough time to get off the ship. It has to go through customs. You have to go get off the ship and then get over to the airport. So make sure you're allotting a good amount of time to do that. And I would never fly before like noon. Pretty much any time, because it's just not enough time. So definitely be mindful of getting off the ship, which a lot of times it means you will get off later, and there's some other things that you can do to kind of go kill time. There's a hop off bus that you can do. So there's things to do. So definitely be mindful of when you schedule your flight. So a lot of times there are different options. A couple days or maybe a day before the last day, you'll get your time and you'll get luggage tags based on your time. So as soon as you see that, check and make sure that that time's going to accommodate your flight. And if it doesn't, get right down to guest services before everybody else realizes that things are not enough time for them, so that you get taken care of and get a better time. So it's kind of the opposite way. You put all the luggage that you need that you're having taken off for you. Put the luggage tags around it. They gathered up really late the night before. So be careful not to put things in there that you need the next day, like your clothes. There will be somebody wearing their pajamas the day that they get off the ship. Make sure you have your shoes. Make sure you have your toothbrush. Make sure you have your medication. Just be mindful of the things that you will need for the day that you are leaving, so that you don't have to dig around in your suitcase and get your clothes because you're in your jammies, because you forgot to, because you packed everything efficiently. So be mindful of that. So get the time that you need to get off the ship, and there's some cases in which you can take yourself off the ship. But to do this, it means you take your luggage yourself with no help from anyone, and you get it down, you get it wound around and you get checked out. You'll be like a little area where you do like your last checkout, so they check you off of the boat. You'll go down the gangplank, and then you'll need to usually get down a flight or so of stairs. Sometimes there'll be elevators that lots of people will be trying to get onto. Sometimes they're escalators, but a lot of times there's stairs you're going to carry your luggage down. So be really aware of that if you decide to do the quick exit, because you've really got to pack. Usually those are people that pack pretty light, or people that didn't think this through, because what typically happens for everybody else that are not getting off first thing and taking their own luggage with them is the luggage gets put out in stages, which is why you have the tag with a particular number on it, and they'll put all of the luggage of certain numbers in the certain areas, and then that's where everybody goes and they grab their luggage. And then from there, once you're on the ground floor, you can get a porter to help you the rest of the way, and so bring your tip money accordingly, because those guys all work on tips. And then you'll go through customs and declare your whatever you purchased, and show your passport and stuff to get off. Now customs, there's a certain dollar amount of things you can buy duty free, and there's a limit to the amount of alcohol and like cigars and cigarettes that you can bring back with you. So go to the government site and look that up, and it can be different based on if it's like, if you go to like an American Virgin Island, you can bring back more bottles of alcohol than if you don't do that. So go look that up before you go, or talk to your travel agent. They'll know where to find that information. Because you don't want to necessarily pull anything, right? And then your typical will be an amount per person that you can do duty free. If you go if you buy something for like over that dollar amount, like you buy an expensive watch or expensive piece of jewelry that goes over that amount, a lot of times they will have to report that. But they, on the islands, they're just not that organized. And so you kind of, if you buy something on the islands at Diamonds International or Tanzanite or Effie's, you're kind of on your honor system to declare it. A lot of times you'll fill out a little piece of paper, or some of the depending on what port of call you're at, we'll have an app that you can just fill out for that. But if you do, just be mindful, if you purchase a big ticket item on the ship, you know, I'm talking like over $800, $1,600, that kind of thing, then you might be reported. Most likely you will be reported, and then you'll have to pay like the difference. So that'll be like a little bit of a hassle to get off the ship. But just be mindful of the laws. But definitely go on the government site and look what you can, you know, the dollar amount, and then the bottles of alcohol and cigars and cigarettes that you can bring back, because there's a limit to those. I think that's all for this one. So I think that's going to get you through this cruise, and I hope that you have a wonderful time, and then you become a lifelong cruiser, because I really love it, and it's a lot of fun. It's got a really great community of people out there that really love cruising. So until next time, live your truth and live well.